So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jefferson, Eder, and Ricardo. Today we talk about scams. And I will start with the presentation. I'm Bruna, I live in Brasilia. I'm married, I have two sons. I graduated in physiotherapy and work in public service nowadays. I'm here and talk to improve the other skills and especially, of course, the language. But I notice here in talk, it's possible you develop other skills like the communication, special, and the empathy, and that's it. And you, Jeff, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, good morning, guys. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist, prof of Catholic University of Goiás. It's a pleasure to be here to talk about catfish.
So nice. Thank you, Jefferson. Eder, please, your turn.
Yeah, morning, everyone. I'm Eder. I live in Belo Horizonte. I am married. I have three daughters, and I work. I work with IT on a specific area, in a specific area in IT, named cybersecurity. And I'm here in Talking to improve my English and learn more about the other things, but the main is improve my English to get a international job or to talk with people in a job that live in abroad Brazil. And yeah, I think it's all.
So nice, Eder. Here in talk, you only practice the English?
Yeah, I'm only practicing the English because I am focused in to learn English before we start another language. And all the time I participate in English immersion.
All right, so thank you, Eder. And you, Ricardo, your turn. Introduce yourself, please.
Well, Ricardo, I live at São Vicente, first city of Brazil. I'm married. I have a daughter. I work in a IT company too. And well, I love hang out with my friends and dancing too. That's it.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
And here in talk, do you want to learn other language or no? Ricardo.
You are
Sorry, could you repeat,
He-
please?
Here in talk, do you want to learn other language? Você quer
Well,
aprender outra língua ou
yeah,
não?
I participate in the Spanish immersion. I just love it to I love joining in another immersions to French, but I prefer focus in English because there is so English is so useful nowadays. Doesn't matter if you use for pleasure or use it for your job. So in this case, I try to focus in English, but I maybe someday I will join immersions from another languages.
Right.
I study French for 1.5 years and the Spanish a couple of years, but it's a long time ago, and certainly I forgot a lot of words
Yeah.
are in grammar. Just Spanish, I talked with some foreigners during. Well, I spent a month in Chile, and I can communicate. I have a problem. I face problems certainly, but I could pass the message in Spanish.
All right. It's more important, no? So
Yeah.
let's go start with the questions about the romance scam. For you, Jefferson, have you ever had any personal experience with a romance scam, or do you know someone who has? And maybe how would you identify them? Because sometimes I don't know for you. For me, in my time, oh my God, it's hard to say this, but in my time, when I was younger, so you don't have the website to the relationship. So nowadays, I understand the romance scam. It's so easier because we have this website, a specific website with relationship. But have you ever this bad experience?
No, my case the answer is it's no, no. I never had, but I've talked with some students. I talk a lot about this, and I talk with one of them that had a terrible experience, a romance scam or catfish, terrible. And the girl told me about someone that all the time online seemed very interested about her and chatting for weeks and weeks and so on, and to showing something very handsome, charm, attentive, and with a lot of other qualities. And at the end, the guy started asking her about money to know her, and terrible. And she avoids. Then she avoid video calls and call for the police to stop this kind of thing. So she finished. I think she finished with this kind of scam.
Yeah, so bad situation. Oh my gosh. All the time I see something about it in the newspaper, no? And the criminal newspaper. So I think it's hard, very difficult, and maybe we together the second questions about the emotion because I think when you suffer the romance scan, maybe it's impossible to confidence with the other person. No? It's hard it is. What do you think about the question number one, Ricardo?
I never had this kind of experience in my life. Uh, well, I I am dating my wife since so soon. I was 18 or 19 years old,
A long time
and
ago.
yeah, I she was my girlfriend, and today is my wife. So we stayed together around 31 years old, 31 years actually. And I'm not sure, but uh, besides of that, suddenly for example, if you receive a, a message or a call from a girl, it's weird for me now because I'm not rich and I'm not exactly handsome. So in this case, I became very, how do you say, concerned about a thief or or something like that. Né? So in this case, it's hard for a girl scan me because, as I told you, né, it's not so usual a girl do something like that. That's it.
Oh, all right. And you, Eder, have
Yeah,
you ever had any personal experience with the bad experience?
yeah. It's I have never uh, um, a successful scam in a romance web social social media because I don't have social media. I only LinkedIn and WhatsApp. But when I was trying to sell something on OLX, OLX. I was trying to sell something and I put my cell phone and someone add me on WhatsApp and started a conversation asking me about I don't know what I was selling, but start a conversation asking me something for the thing that I was selling, but after I don't know if it's she, but she started to send me photos, pictures, and trying to and ask me something personal, like, oh, where you live? Oh, how long are you living here in Belo Horizonte? And I think, oh, it's a scam. It's a scam. But let me try to see what kind of scam is here. And she asked me more things, and she started to ask me if I would like uh, to to date with her. And when she asked me that I said, oh, I am married. I'm sorry, and I'm not here for romance or dates. I'm here trying to sell. I don't know my thing, but I am trying to sell something. And okay, goodbye, and I have no problem. I was trying to see what kind of this scam. See if she is asking me to send money or something, but I stopped it before I know I stopped it before to understand better the scam. But today when I sell something on OLX, I I never show my cell phone. I try to communicate only via OLX chat. And after that, I know the person who is interested in my that thing I am selling. After that there are many conversation. I share my cell phone to communicate to call and see what's the person. I protect more my informations because it's a uh, it it it's a breach for scams. I remember started with photos, sensual photos. She was a pretty girl to trying to convince me.
Yeah,
Oh, I go
always.
to the date. I am I am think. Oh, it's better to stop here now because it's
Yeah,
a
some
scam. It's a big
it's
scam. I'm not so I'm not so a pretty guy. What's the
I'm not
intention?
rich, maybe.
I'm not rich. I'm trying to sell something, and
Yeah.
rich not sell some things on LX.
Oh my gosh. I love to listen the story because
Yeah,
it's very interesting. And I think it's very interesting how they want to convince to do the information about your
yeah,
life, no? Oh, I want to know more about you. Where do
yeah,
you live? It's something like
yeah.
this, though. I think it's very interesting, this conversation. I love.
I I I I shared some wrong information. I'm here. And I when I talked about my address, I told I live here in another neighbor, and I I give her some wrong informations, trying to see what is the scam. But
Yeah.
uh, I need to stop with this conversation when she asked me to a date, and I said, oh, it's not for me.
Yeah, it's important with your life,
No.
your wife, no? And do you, Jefferson, do you suffer some scam like this? Do you receive a message or no? Tell us.
Yes, sometimes I receive it, especially for Telegram. I remember when we had a big problem with the WhatsApp, and I have Telegram. I just have 3 or 4 groups from Telegram. One from Banco Central, the other from a guys with a lot of books. But all the time I receive some message from somebody. It's not from Brazil, outside from Brazil. All the time ask me about a lot of things.
Look here.
Look.
It's impossible to see this.
Yeah,
Oh,
Telegram. Yeah.
no, it's a
Oh, this
see
is
that
a
terrible.
call.
it's
Oh my
phone
gosh,
call.
all the time I receive the someone ask me
Yeah.
some that I bought something in Casas Bahia and now it's the Nubank and I needed to confirm or recuse the purchase. So, oh my God, all the time I receive this now. It's terrible.
Yeah,
So
I
continue, Jefferson. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Ed.
I'm with a big problem now. In this case, 0300. I
Yeah,
can receive all these phones. I have a big problem now because I can receive even phone from my friends. If I have the name, it's okay. I answer. If no, I can answer. I have a lot of problems here in Goiânia because all the time we receive this kind of calls.
yeah, it's
Terrible.
possible to
I fico
block
em Tyre,
the
Brasil.
calls.
No, it's impossible. It's impossible.
No, you block
No, I
the
tried.
number. Yeah,
No, I tried.
but
Yeah.
they change the number. For example,
Yeah.
the last number is 2. The number 3 call for you. So again, so it's terrible
Mhm.
this all the
Yeah.
time. Go ahead, Ed.
Well, and I received a lot of times. Oh, Bruna is from Brasília, in Jefferson, Goiás. I'm here in Minas. It's in an entire country. We have this calls talking
Yeah,
about you bought something and you need the
Yeah.
confirmation. And sometimes I try to know more about the scam because I work in Casas
exactly.
Bahia. I work in Casas Bahia, and I'm responsible for cybersecurity. And a part of my job is to understand the threats on the web. And sometimes I give more information to fish the fisher. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
and
exactly.
the last time
But
the last time I told, oh yeah, I both, yeah. Oh, you recognize this this
the
order?
purchase.
Yeah, this
Uh-huh.
purchase, this order. Yeah, I recognize. Yeah, send me when it will arrive in my house. I need this. I need it. Wow. Oh, you need to talk in another sector. Here is security. You need to talk in a sector in
Oh my
responsible
gosh.
for logistics, for example, and they
Uh-huh.
are very smart. They are very
Yeah,
smart, and they don't have more information. They don't give more information because they are only asking you information. And I think the most uh, the most common thing is that you give more information you give more information for them and then ask you for a code. They are
yeah.
trying to get your to own your account and send you the confirmation code, and oh, I'm talking here from the new bank, for example. So
No, it's
you will
the same
receive,
conversation.
yeah, you are
Yeah.
going to receive a code to check my conversation because I am here, a real employer. You need to
Mm.
check with this code. When you send code, the code is confirmation that you are activate your account in another device, the device from
Yeah.
this those.
You said about the Goiânia, Belo Horizonte, Brasília, but it's
Yeah,
São Paulo. Go ahead,
yeah,
Ricardo. It's
exactly.
terrible, no?
I didn't receive interactions when you talk about romantic interest, but about money, well, as
All the time.
as well as any kind of uh, person on Brazil, certainly. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I received a phone call, and that's impressive because the guy have all my doc details, number of IDs, and the other stuff's my address. Well, that's incredible. This guy received so much information about me. And
Yeah.
yeah, certainly the guy talk about a bank account in a bank that I don't have accounts. So when when this guy starts a conversation, he mentions a bank account in the well. Suddenly, if you this guy uh, told something about my real bank account, not real, but about account in a bank that I have. So probably I could, uh, how do you say, fall in this trap. So, but first of all, the guy just tell about another bank, and well, I mean, feel comfortable to. I just became interested because this guy mentioned a lot of information about me, my address, my ID. So it's wow, how
Yeah,
this guy get this information? So
let me share with
Ricardo,
you.
you must to take care. If the guy have all information about you, you must
yeah.
ask, do you want to marry with me? Because you know everything.
Uh, let me share with you
Yeah,
the
I remember this case, and
I'm
yeah.
prepared to marriage now. You know all information about my life. Okay, come on, guy. Come to my house.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe I don't import about if you this guy send me a money,
yeah.
just a
Well,
little thing,
I
little
share with
portion.
you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
am
I
share with you
remember my
this.
friend. I
Yeah,
remember.
this uh, I don't know what this article about
Yeah.
the
Just a little thing, just a
the data
little
link. Mm,
weird information. We on Brazil we have just 204 million people, né? And
yeah,
the article tell about 2 to 3
yeah,
million, so that's weird, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
We have more CPFs leaked than the
Yes.
people living in Brazil
Yeah,
because we
exactly.
had because we had
It's
uh dead people with
Sure,
septics
yeah, exactly.
people and other thing that they have all of our data. It's a big problem because they can using those data, you can you can search for another data. For example, on a LinkedIn, for example, you can search employee
Sure,
information, what company you
yeah,
are working,
all
and with
things.
your CPF, you
yeah,
can you can go in a, for example, in a Detran and the Detran site and see
yeah.
how
Unfortunately, the
uh,
company
how many. Yeah.
obligated us to give sensible information. That's
Exactly.
I disagree. But for the hand, for the most part of the people, is not possible to avoid. And for example, you talk about jobs, but it's hard nowadays to avoid. Uh, because, for example, when you go
E aí,
to the
Guilherme?
any kind of store,
Cafezinho?
you
Fala aí,
the
Bruno.
guys wanted to make a register in. Oh, could you pass your CPF or your ID because I needed to make a register in our uh, banks,
Yeah.
data banks or something like that. And I hate this thing, and I never pass. But my wife complain a lot. Wow, you're so stubborn. Why do you don't pass the information or something like that? I say, because
Oh,
I don't
Mm.
want. Simply.
yeah.
Huh? And
It's complicated, this situation, no? Nowadays, we have the law, the LGBT, but I understand that it's not useful here in Brazil, no? There is no punishment about if someone
sure,
share my information. So it's terrible, no? My
yeah.
gosh. So, Jefferson, for you, what security number 5 for you? About you have the problem, everyone have a problem with this, but what security measure do you take to protect your personal and financial data on your cell phone, for example, on the other place?
In my case, I can't answer. I can't answer, and sometimes I ask to send me information by email, not by WhatsApp. So I take all the characteristics of the information to check. For me, I prefer by email than WhatsApp. WhatsApp is terrible. And I use strong passwords too. I try to change, but it's not so easy. But in my case, I never have problem with my accounts. Never have problem with my account. Never have problems.
So nice.
So, and the other, I keep my phone software up to date. It's very important too. About the
Yes.
cookies, about the cookies. And
You clear all the time the cookies. Because
yeah,
I know the cookies
yeah,
it's so nice because it's faster, no? Use
yeah.
it faster, but sometimes it's how do you say this? It's so easy to eh, resgatar suas informações. Donc,
Catch, I
if you
think.
clear,
Yeah.
the cookie, it's so secure. I don't know.
Yeah. So I just to finish, I avoid download apps from unknown sources. I have a lot of friends download all the time. Oh, it's so beautiful. Especially now with artificial intelligence. You must to take care what are you download. You must take care. I think that's it.
And do you have
Yeah.
the habit to reuse the password?
Sometimes,
Re
yes.
Yes, no?
Yeah,
Oh
sometimes,
my
yeah.
All the
gosh.
time. In my
So
case,
I
all
think
the
it's
but
time.
funny.
I
No,
never have,
thank
as
you.
answer again, I never have problem with it. Never have problem.
Oh
Never.
my
Yeah.
God. Because
I don't
I go ahead, Ika.
normally I don't have a good imagination to create
All the
passwords.
time, the
I know, I
new
know
password.
there are a lot of websites that create even Google or another stuffs. There are applications and there are other stuff, but sometimes I have a problem because I can't remind my password sometimes. So I use how do you say the same passwords, but I create a how do you say style or a way to create a password using some information from my life, and I can change a little. For example, in my job, I need to change every month. So in this case, I use the same style, but it's I love this kind of tool. For example, a double how do you say MFA? I forgot the name. Multi-factor. That's
Multi-factor
wonderful.
authentication. Yeah.
It's you could use a simple password, but you gain more security when you use this kind of tool. That's nice.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes I hate to use the double double security, no? I think it's so
Yeah.
nice. You, Ed, you are the IT area, so what type do you give us in this part, the security?
Yeah, the video was talking about some types, and I think the don't use the same password for the many services. It's a great one because only you need to use. I think I am a cybersecurity guy, but I am a person, a human, and I think it's impossible to memorize.
How do you say casa de
Uh,
ferreiro, espeto de pau in English?
no, but you need to select all what kind of service you can use the same password, for example. If it's you
Yeah.
need to create I think about a small circle, and when in the middle of the circle, yeah, I have critical service for me, like a bank, or banking, credit cards, apps, all apps that involve money.
Mhm.
I need to enable MFA. I need to create a different password, and I have a tip for passwords because we are trained to create hard passwords to memorize, but easy passwords that machine can broke. But if you try to think in a different way, for example, imagine a, a phrase and try to replace some some characters for a special characters, dot or comma, for example. We try to put in a different a number, try to replace a letter for number, and in a phrase, simple, easy for memorize, but with many characters, it's hard that computer broke this password. And for example, my wife is on the kitchen. My wife is on the kitchen. For example, it's a sentence that you can try to replace some words, try to replace some, I don't know, letters. Letters is letters.
Yeah.
Letters. Yeah, you try to replace some letters for numbers or special characters, for example, and you easy memorize the sentence. You have about 20, 20 or more characters. It's very hard the computer to broke it, and you can memorize uh, in a easy way.
All
For
right.
this critical service, you need to have had different passwords. But if you create for example, I am trying to apply for something in a web that need to create a simple uh, sign up credential. There you can use a simple password. Uh, it's not a critical service for me. If they stole my credential, I would not be in trouble. And I don't need to memorize a different password for this
All the
service.
time.
And
All right.
you need
Good.
to memorize because you need uh, to do this because if you use the same password for example, in your main email service, and you use in a
Other
service
sites?
other side that don't protect your password, for example, and this password in the simple site are leaked. They are trying to access your email with this
Yeah.
password, and
It's a big problem, no?
yeah,
Oh my
it's a
God.
big problem because if they have your email access, they can recover your password for another service, for example,
Yeah.
banking and other things. So it's
Oh my gosh.
a root of the
I can yeah, I can't want to think about this problem, no.
uh,
So, Jefferson, for you, you know many things about the investment, and have you ever been approached with investment offer that seemed too good to be true? And the number eight, question number eight, how do you evaluate the legitimacy? legitimacy, oh my God, of the investment opportunity. Because when you talk about the investment, it's so nice because everyone here wanted to be rich, no? So, and if you receive a good opportunity, maybe, oh my God, it's so nice. But do you have some problem like this?
No, because I work with this for a long time, and I received such offers almost every day, especially from banks. What I do, I evaluate the legitimacy by researching the company, research the individual involved. I check again, I check all the information. I have some sites, then I can check, for example, what kind of debenture. And I check the company. It's a good company, it's a bad company, it's okay, maybe. I want to check the numbers before I buy this. And sometimes, I think one or twice, I bought some kinds of investment, and I complain online a lot about that investment. But all the time, I need to check everything, to check. I compare the return too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have right returns with little risk. It's impossible. It's impossible. This is Bitcoin. I don't like Bitcoin. This is kind of Bitcoin I don't like.
Yeah.
So I must have proceeded. I must proceed with caution all the time. I must take care because it's not so easy. Because it's not so easy to work with money. As you said, all the time you receive a lot of good offers. All of them only good offers. So you must
Yeah.
take care.
A long time ago, I have a problem with the pyramid, pyramids, though the financial. So it's very,
Avestruz
very.
Master in Brasília, em
Oh
Goiânia.
my gosh, you need to more pay attention about this, no? Because it's a scam, of course, but in the first moment, you don't, I don't know, I didn't realize that I scam. And I invest some money, but it's okay. Now I know that it's not so good when you have a good opportunity about the investment. So you need to put your food on the floor and go ahead, invest all the time. I certainly think. No, and you, Ricardo, do you have some problem about the investment? Do you receive a good offer about the investment
Mm,
or no?
no, but well, uh, normally I how do you say, I avoid this kind of trap, just using the common sense and doing some counts. For example, uh, a specific investment have, I don't know, a profit around 20% by month. That's unfortunately it's not
It's possible.
possible.
Yeah.
Or if you can, sometimes you could can this kind of profit, but not the all the year. Maybe a specific uh, stock or a specific company, but it's not so easy to gain this kind of thing. So in this case, you could maybe you could reach around how do you say, I don't know, 5% by month, but it's hard to even 5% is hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of people offer this kind of profit, sometimes more. So I believe that this kind of trap is common, is used a lot in not as specific in the investment, but all of the situations. For example, the golden price or the 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 lottery. How do you say that? I'm not sure how do you say bilhete premiados. I don't know. There is this kind of trap in our lives, né? And this is common. And normally the thieves offer a so wonderful opportunity, né? And it's not possible to believe in this kind of situation. That's
Yeah,
it.
you need to pay attention all the time, no?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ricardo. And you, Ed, have you ever been approached with an investment to offer very good? That, oh my
No,
gosh, now I have to
no.
be here rich.
Yeah, not I'm not an investor. I am a very conservative guy, and I received some emails or some phone calls talking to me about, oh, you can invest a little bit, and you have amount a great amount in few time, like Ricardo said, 20% a month. Oh, I think it's not it's not real. It's very
Yeah.
suspect. When I want to invest in something, I search for the investments, and I go to an official app from my bank, uh, and I navigate in my bank, or I call for or my it's not my, but a manager in my bank. I call, you have a offer for an investment. I have a money that I would like to investment for a thing that I will do in the future. And today I would like to invest in something. So I I ask for the official channels, the official bank manager, or the official app in my cell phone for the opportunities for investment. It's not if I receive, oh, I am here from the Banco do Brasil and I'm talking to you with
But
if you want
sometimes
to,
it's not the
yeah,
bank call for you, it's your friend. Your
how,
friend call for you, talk something. No, I invest in the specific
uh,
thing. It's so nice. Do you want this the same? I'm going to be rich, and it's so nice for us. And
Uh,
oh yeah, it's
mhm.
possible because sometimes the bank it's not call
yeah.
for you, but
Sometimes
your
sometimes
friend
the
all the time.
Yeah, but
sometimes
sometimes
the real bank, né, the real
uh,
bank offers a thief, a trap tool. Né? For example,
uh,
how do you say in English? I forgot. Uh, Sometimes you offers a good value of investment, but the tax is so
yeah,
high that still your profit. So it's another kind of it's another kind of thief from Brazil, né? Because I was watching a video, and the average percentage of tax on Brazil is 433% by year. It's an average because there is some financial institute offers uh, tax around 700% by year. It's not possible to understand this kind of situation. Is
Yeah,
how sometimes it's not possible to talk in English, né? Because it's necessary talk in Portuguese to how do you say, pass the feeling, né? I consider this kind of situation, how do you say, uh, esqueci o nome em português, fica difícil falar em inglês. Como é que fala aqueles caras que é, emprestam dinheiro? Agiotagem, né?
agiota.
Seria,
Exato.
eu considero como a legalização da agiotagem, uma instituição financeira oferecer um empréstimo a 700% ao ano. Né? E tem. Tinha, né? Mas ainda tá alto. Mas vambora.
Oh my gosh, it's hard, no? And about the donation, the number 10, maybe, have you ever received donation request in emergent situation like here nowadays, né, the Rio Grande do Sul? It's here in Brazil, it's very common, and the public service, you receive the call today, from, for example, I do say this, child care, creche, someone that answer, request the money to help with these children, for example. What about this? Do you have a problem, or do you think the donation is so nice? You need to help the other person. It's a scam or no?
I am rarely give a donation, but sometimes I give, and some donations I prefer to do that situation that I know. For example, here in Belo Horizonte, we have a supermarket, uh, mm, a a great supermarket that have many supermarkets on the city that receive the tips for the Hospital da Baleia. It's an hospital here in Belo Horizonte, recognized by about the it's a public hospital that received this donation, and
Obrigado,
uh,
Edson.
help
Lanche?
poor people to give an assistance of cancer, for example, and cancer and high in a complex disease. And this hospital received donation from the clients of the supermarket, for example. So
Right.
I know the supermarket, I know the hospital of, and I I saw it in a tele in a telejournal, telenews in news on the television. Oh, okay, I think it's okay. It's okay to donate. But
Yeah.
for example, in this kind of the situation of Rio Grande do Sul, for example, I I didn't donation because I I don't know I don't know an institute or uh, organization. Uh, it's a it's trustable
Yeah.
a trustable
It's
organization.
important.
I don't know
Yeah.
a not trustable organization.
Yeah. And you, Jefferson, your opinion about this?
Money never.
You need to go very fast because you only 3 minutes, all right? Because the Carlos, in the next immersion, vai derrubar a gente, com certeza. Vai começar às 10 horas em ponto e a gente cai. Na última foi isso que aconteceu.
Okay,
Sorry. Go
my
ahead.
answer, money never, never. Money never. But products, yes. I used to buy products and to serve to these guys this kind of donation.
Yeah, I am
So
agree with you. I do the same. I prefer to help you them with the product. But sometimes in the situation the Rio Grande do Sul, sometimes it's hard because they don't need only the product, the rice, the beans, the something like this. No, they need the money because they needed to buy the computer, to buy the TV, to buy anything. So it's hard, no,
But it's
to do
impossible.
something.
You check the registration of
Yeah,
the guy that you received. How can you check this?
exactly. I know.
Yeah.
And you, Ricardo, your opinion about the donation?
Well, it's unfortunately, Brazil is not an option. It's an obligation. You should check all the details.
mm,
Doesn't matter if you buy a product donation or I don't know. Doesn't matter. You necessarily check you recheck all the informations about the institute, about the foundation, about the store. On Brazil is unfortunately is we have a lot of how do you say, it's not possible because it's not don't have enough number of the suckers, and unfortunately it's not possible. It's not there are much chiefs to people. So in this case, it's necessary to pay attention all the time. Unfortunately, so that's it.
true. So thank you so much, Jefferson and Ricardo. See you soon. Have